Like a jilted lover, Joe Scarborough and Mika are in love with Trump. They can't get ratings without him. He made their entire show back in 2016, established it, and now they're upset. They're hoping he goes to jail for free speech. Welcome to In Exile. This is where all the happy people are.
Former President Donald Trump cannot make disparaging comments about prosecutors or potential witnesses in his federal election interference case. Prosecutors originally asked for a more comprehensive gag order, but Judge Chutkan refused to put restriction on Trump's statements about Washington, D.C., criticisms of the government or the Department of Justice.
Trump is allowed to have an opinion. The key to this opinion is that the judge herself is political. So it should be okay for him to exercise his First Amendment free speech and say this judge is being political because she is.
In her ruling, Judge Chutkan rejected Trump's team's argument that he should be allowed to say what he wants because he's running for president. Quote, Mr. Trump can certainly claim that he's being unfairly prosecuted, but I cannot imagine any other criminal case in which a defendant is permitted to call the prosecutor deranged or a thug.
But what if the prosecutor is deranged and a thug? If that's true, then Trump has no recourse. And that's the point of free speech, is to be able to say what you think if you're being slighted. He has a right to that opinion and say it in public.
A judge gave a gag order today. Did you hear that on speech? Which I believe is totally unconstitutional what she did. A judge gave a gag order. A judge doesn't like me too much. Her whole life is not liking me.
It's totally fair that she not like Trump. But it's clear she's a Democrat appointed by Obama. She's an Obama donor. Of course, it's okay that she not like Trump. It's not supposed to come out in her political opinions, but the whole case is her political opinion.
She could even revoke his bond and imprison him, although that would introduce a host of logistical and technical difficulties because he has a Secret Service detail and he's running for president.
He's a criminal defendant.
Innocent until proven guilty, Joe.
I mean, there aren't a lot of cases like this. I can't think of any.
This lawyer can't think of any cases like this because it is unique how Trump is being politically persecuted. This has never happened before because the Democrats have never gone this far. It's not that Trump is that outrageous. It's that the Democrats are so Marxist.
I don't know where you practiced. I can tell you where I practiced. The judge would call him back in, hold him in the contempt of court, and throw him in jail.
If somebody violated a court order, the judge would haul them back in, hold them in contempt, and sanction them. Maybe fine them, maybe put them in jail, but they would certainly sanction them. You and I agree on that, Joe. There's a problem here, though. It's much more difficult than that.
Even this lawyer can't go along with Joe because he knows how outrageous it would be to jail Trump.
First of all, how do you put somebody with a Secret Service detail in prison? Second, because the First Amendment absolutely protects political speech. Tell me precisely what the line is between political speech, valid criticism, let's say, of Mr. Biden or the Justice Department, and speech that violates her order. I just don't know. Maybe I'm not smart enough to figure out where that line clearly lies.
What happens if her order is itself political, which I believe it is? The gag order to stop Trump, it is political. And so he is in speaking against it and even disobeying it, he's exercising his First Amendment right.
They get called back in. You don't create one set of rules for Donald Trump.
There's no ambiguity.
And another set of rules for the other 330 million people.
But we just went over this. That's exactly what you guys did. You created one set of rules for Trump, one set of rules for everybody else, especially for Biden. You just owned yourself.
I think every federal judge would throw him in jail regardless of who he is.
Put an ankle bracelet on him and put him in Mar-a-Lago.
Yeah.
Mika, jilted lover, is dreaming of putting a bracelet on Trump's ankle. Well, in your dreams, guys, your ratings are going to crash without Trump. You need him to actually justify your entire show. Thank you for watching. I'm Doug in Exile.